Hey there, I'm Only Juggling, and welcome to UIM Completionist. On this first episode, we build the foundation of our account with some skilling and chasing some collection log slots. Let's roll the intro. Welcome to Lumbridge and the series, the UIM Completionist series. This is my first time playing as a UIM, so you'll have to bear with me as I learn how to manage the inventory and storage mechanics of the game mode. And also, this is my first time creating any content. So as I go along, hopefully this series will get a little bit better as I learn how to edit and put this content out for you guys. A little bit about me. I'm not a very sweaty player, kind of your average Joe. AFK is my middle name. So you'll be able to come along a bit of a journey with me as I learn content later on in the piece, such as Inferno and Gauntlet, but also earlier on, such as Solo Temperos, Solo Wintertot, and a couple of the other kind of games that I will have to go through to get those early collection log slots. Goals for Season 1, we want to aim for that 400 to 500 collection log mark. Get the first 2 tiers of the combat achievements done, and as much progress as I can get on the quest cape. I'd like to see myself in Prif before the end of Season 1. Anyway, let's get into it. Alright, ended up selling a few more other things I can just pick up for free from tutors around the Lumbridge area. I am going to be using the quest helper. I am not the biggest fan of questing. Definitely like the brain dead approach of running around and just following the squares that I see illuminated on my screen. So I'm going to start Cook's Assistant, basically just so I can get rid of these. And we're going to do Sheep Shearer, so I don't have to juggle my inventory with, I think it's 20 fleece. So I'm not going to be using any guides as such for efficiently starting a UIM. I've kind of got my own little strategy planned, and that does incorporate a bunch of different things that I've seen from different other content creators. But I think rather than following a guide and having like a cookie cutter account to begin with that, you know, people have seen before, I really want to kind of craft my own journey. I think that's one of the benefits of RuneScape, and especially the UIM game mode. But as I said, I will be using Quest Helper to make it a little bit easier for me. So at the moment, completing Cook's Assistant, or trying to. Last time I did this, I would have just bought everything I needed. Whereas I've actually got to make flour. I've never made flour. Clearly, I'm not a candidate for speedrunning at all. Is there a lever I've got to pull? Yeah. I vaguely remember watching Gielinor games and someone forgetting to pull that lever. So it's amazing the things you learn. Pretty much ran out of run energy straight away, and I'm walking. I miss having a high agility level already. Oh my god. Stale baguette on first attempt. It's going to happen. Oh my god, I'm a smart one. Oh, do I go for my first collection log slot or 1,000 coins? I mean, I'm a collection log account, so I've got to give this stale baguette a go. I've got nowhere to put it if I get it. Fuck my life. I should have taken the 1,000 coins. My first quest is probably the first quest that a lot of people complete when they start the game. Next one I'm going to do is Sheep Shearer. UIM game mode's easy. We get to test the limits of our run energy again. And let's make some balls. Woohoo! 60 coins and 150 crafting experience. Oh, I need some agility levels. Whoop. Probably should read the guide that I said I was going to use, shouldn't I? I hate this quest. So as you can see, I'm pickpocketing one of the men in Lumbridge. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my god, 6. I love these early game levels. They're so frustrating to get with like high fail rates and all that kind of stuff, but they just come in so fast. This will be my first time dying as UIM, so hopefully all my stuff just stays right there. Look at that. Prayer XP. Because I didn't pay a huge amount of attention to this, I didn't realise that at 5 thieving, I can head up to Varrock, steal from the tea stall. So we are going to head up there with our 610 coins. This guy's literally watching me. Nothing he can do about it. We've got the first pet on the account. Who's a good boy? Well, I'm going to keep doing this until I get 20 thieving, so I'll see you then. That is 20 thieving. Should be able to steal from silk stores now. Alright, I'm going to pet this little guy. Cheers for staying with us. Have this cup of tea. Alright, first thing I'm going to do is Daddy's home, and I'm going to do the museum quest for some early hunter and slayer experience.
A few moments later.
So anyway, it turns out that to do Daddy's home, you actually need a little bit of capital behind you. Seeing as a bolt of cloth costs 650 coins each, and well, I have 680. So I'm going to get a few cups of tea for some food. I'm going to do the Stronghold of Security for my 10k. Okay, so Daddy's home is completed. 8 construction. Also got a couple of wood cutting levels. That's done. Gets you started off with probably the biggest gain is 9 hunter. Early hunter is painful. I feel sorry for area locked accounts who can't come and do this. And obviously 9 slayers, a nice little boost. Ooh, coming up on that 100 total level. Now I think it's probably time to mosey on down towards Remington before my house. Then I'm going to catch a charter over to Artie. Down in my house for the first time. I guess I just build some shit. Okay, so early construction done. Got level 13 out of that. I didn't really spend a huge amount of time looking, but I don't think I could build anything with the oak planks. I accidentally unnoted them, so I just sold them to the general store. Anyway, off to Artie. So we'll be here for a little bit. As I said, I'm going to test out if it's in-game time or just a real time that elapses to sell off the silk, build up the cash stack a little bit, get some passive XP on the way to building up so we can start doing master farmers and get early farming levels. Turns out it is in-game time. From what I can work out with the silks being sold. So I did sell an inventory. As you can see, the cash stack has gone up a little bit. I have realised my first kind of mistake as a UIM, being construction. I want to get that to around 54 so I can store items in the player-owned house, cape rack, wardrobe and armor case before I kind of really get stuck into anything. But I can't just go buy planks. I also can't chop a bunch of logs or get a bunch of planks and store them in the bank. One inventory at a time is how I have to do it. I was standing here doing some construction, just picking them up over in the fishing trawler and coming back through the POH just to get my level up to 20. And it looks like we are going to be getting the first collection log on the account. Peak Fashionscape. Oh yeah. So I'm finding that I've become quite indecisive on how I'm best going to approach this construction grind. So what I'm doing is I'm taking my Letterhausen hat and I'm going to get my first little bit of farming XP or plant. Oh, run away. Don't want to engage. Then I'm going to head up to Lumbridge. I'm going to start the Room Mysteries quest. My first goal will be to get myself an Artie cape. If for some reason I do continue to do this plank method, that'll make it a lot easier for me to teleport over there. But also, I'm naked. Like, what's going on? I need a cape in that slot. I went ahead and bought myself a Chronicle. Spent most of the cash stack on some charges for that one, just so I could get around a little bit easier. I guess one of the main things I'm learning about UIM is transportation is key. And room mystery is completed. That is fishing contest finished up. That should see me 18 fishing. Would you look at that? Power of life done. We have ourselves an arty cake. So, as you can see, now I'm back in Lumbridge. I'm going to start a bit of a skilling mission. So I got a third beginner casket whilst I was recording it. I hit re-record rather than save, so lost all of that footage. Anyway, as you can see, trash. We got another beginner casket from the wood cutting grind. Let's go ahead and open it, see if we can add to our collection log. And I'll get into a maze so we can get from this one. Definitely not that way. Yeah, look, we can sell them to the general store. Got my 5th beginner clue casket. Maybe, hopefully, get a unit. We'll see. No. Finally, get to build a stash unit. So I've just gone up to the lumber mill, bought a saw, got myself a hammer, boots while I was in Varrock. Just going down here to get some planks before we go back to Lumbia and see what we can get. All right, let's go and open the casket. Boots of lightness instead of training agility. Ooh, look, a camo top. Hey, what's this? So this is me thinking I'm being smart, saving GP and buying an air staff. What I realised shortly after filming this clip was that that puts me over the negative magic bonus for splashing, and I very quickly had to sell said stuff and go and buy 5,500 more air runes. Just got the main here, chucking another bond on little OJ. I didn't get everything that I wanted done in this first 14 days. I'm not quite finished with members, so we're going to go for another 14 before we drop into free to play. Also, just talk briefly about the negative magic bonus I mentioned before. To splash and avoid getting hit points XP in old school, you need a negative 64 magic bonus, so I achieved that with the UIM armor, bronze kite, the fancy boots, which have a negative magic bonus, and just went and bought a cursed goblin staff, as that has a negative bonus, whereas the air staff has a, I think it's a plus 10, which meant that I would be killing the seagulls and not splashing. Sell this for what very little GP that I can get. So now I'm going to get into some construction. The first goal is to get 30, so I can get rid of the lamp in my inventory. I'm also going to go into the wilderness and get the 2 iron bars that are there, so I can use this Falador teleport that I've been saving to make the Knight Sword just that one little bit easier for at least one of the walks that I need to do. Look, with construction, most accounts by now would already be going to Wintertot and getting their construction XP from there. You can get around 70 by the time you get 99 fire making if you're doing solos. I don't want to tie myself to that just yet. I want to have a place to put my random event costumes and the ability to get a couple of levels up before I go and kind of lock myself on that Wintertot grind. So I'm going to start with construction, then I'm going to go to Temperos so I can get my construction up even higher with some of the planks and rewards I get. Then we'll look at Wintertot, just knocking over Monk's Friend for the 8 lore runes that you get. It'll be 8 less that I have to buy. Just sobering up this drunk monk. That's done. So, I had problems with Entrana pretty much the moment that I stepped on there. Thought there was 4 planks, turns out there's only 2. Can't take my Staff of Air, can't take my Arty Cloak. That just annoyed me. So now I'm teleporting to the monastery, walking down to the fishing trawler and picking up the plank spawns there. And then just teleporting back to my house. Once I get rid of this lamp, I'm also going to go and use the LMS coffer in the Wildy to get rid of this cash stack. Obviously, I'll use what I need to buy these steel nails, and we'll go get those iron bars as well. Just outside the enclave here is a spawn with an iron bar, so we're just going to run out and grab 2 of them. Hopefully, I don't get PK'd. Though, to be fair, at this level, I stand more of a chance of getting smacked back to Lumbee by these bears here. So, yeah. So this is a recording over this clip. We have our first looting bag on the account. I decided I'm going to be one of those filthy UIMs, use storage looting bag and all that kind of jazz. And while I was in the wildy, I thought, why not? Anyway, I don't need it. As you can see, I don't know how to use it. I open it here, drop my axe, and then I'm like, oh no, I need to go back to Lumbee. So I pick up that axe that I need and I go straight into the looting bag. Learning. 29 smithing from 1. Handy. Oh, this is weird. Steel nails cost less than iron nails, and the price doesn't change when you buy them from the lumber mill, so I know which ones I'll be using. That is 30 construction. I can now use my lamp. And there we have 44 construction. I can now build a fancy dress box, which means that I can put my random event clothes in there. And I built this bookcase so I could pull out the collection log. And if we go over here to mini games, we are going to pull up the fishing trawler. There it is. And we're going to work on greening our first collection log by getting the angler's outfit. So most people's fishing trawler experience goes a little something like this. Nothing. Nope. Never lucky. This account's RNG. Damn, maybe I won't go dry this time. Back to our regularly scheduled programming of nothing. So in case you've ever wondered how to AFK the fishing trawler, most of these people in the lower deck are bots and they keep the ship afloat. You get an axe, come up to the back of the boat on the top deck here, stand in the middle, the Kraken will spawn on either the left or right side. It is random. If this is your first time, make sure you turn off the camera movement unless you like that kind of thing, but it's weird. And all you're going to do is chop the Kraken tentacle and fix the broken rails until you have 50 contribution points. Anything higher than that doesn't affect your ability to get an angler's piece, just changes the amount you get in the actual catch. But most people just come up here, get their 50 points, which takes a minute or two, and then you just AFK the rest of the game.
Yes! Finally. Woo! Oh, yes. We are done. We are done. Oh,
You may have been able to hear the relief in my voice as we green that log and bring to an end what felt like a very long 73 KC. Now it's time to go and make some money with some fletching, as I need about 52k to build the costume room and get the oak planks for the furniture. As you can see, we are down at the house portal. I've got my oak planks and the GP to build the costume room, so we're going to go ahead and do that now. Just going to chuck it over here for the time being. Head on in here now. I believe I can build my fancy dress box, the magic wardrobe. The first one you can store, I think it's 7 sets in total. Gives me the ability to store some things later on that I can get, such as graceful, which will be a big one. Golden tent, which hopefully I don't go insanely dry on. Not looking forward to that grind. Mystic, all that kind of stuff. And Pyromancer. I will be going quite early on the account to Guardians of the Rift, so hopefully be knocking out some of that. Collection log there. And the fancy dress box I've built so I can store these. So as a UIM, when you put stuff into storage in your player-owned house, there was an update a while ago where you can put individual items in. You don't need the full set to put them in. But I do believe, yes, you can't get it out again until you get the full set. So for me, because I don't want to get duplicates of the sets that I already have some pieces on, when I put, say, my camo top in here, I'm happy to put it in. And when I get the other 2 pieces, I will remove the whole lot, throw it out, and then I can store something else, which is kind of the goal there. It's where my stale baguette could have gone. So yeah, we're going to put these in now, seeing as we're wearing the angler's outfit. And yeah, as I said, I'll either take them out and get rid of them to make space for something else, or hopefully by then we've already upgraded the items in the player-owned house. And as you can see, I have, from getting the oak planks, I managed to pick myself up a beginner clue. So we're going to do that. Oh, this was the stash unit that I was able to build. Hoping for a 1-step clue casket here. And never lucky. Fucking Charlie the Tramp. Hooked trout. I'm going to have to go and get the trout, though. Tackle box would be really handy right about now. We are well off the ability to get this dragon imp, but we're going to bring the main across and see what could have been. Incoming! Ah, that would have been so handy. 134 baby dragon bones. Anyway, moving on. Alright, come on, man. Give me a clue casket. Give me something for the collection log. Woohoo! Alright, we are just going to go ahead and open this. So let's see what we get. I think we call episode 1 there. Well, here we are where it all began. A little bit of progress this episode. About to crack that 500 total level. And we are pretty much ready to head off to Temperos, though there are a few things that I would like to tidy up before I get there, and you'll just have to wait until the next episode to see what they are. So, we managed to add a total of 8 collections to our collection log this episode, greening out the log for the angler's outfit and a couple of random event outfits, and we're hoping to get that up a little bit higher in the next episode. And you know the drill. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.